Nikki Savastano Gadsby made an impression on female athletics at Aintree High School from the moment she stepped onto the soccer field as a determined freshman in August of 1993. The next 4 years proved to be full of many outstanding accomplishments and high points for Nikki, tossed together with one huge challenge. In the fall of 1995, her biggest fan and supporter, her dad Will, passed away. This challenge fueled Nikki's desire to succeed even more. She counts her dad and her mother Rita as two of the reasons for her success, both on and off the athletic field. Their support, along with her desire to win, her hard work and dedication to improving her athletic skills, led to many local and statewide accolades over her outstanding 4-year career at AHS. Nikki played 4 years of varsity soccer under Coach Karen Iworski. Coach Iworski remembers her as a powerful athlete whose strength gave her the advantage to win a ball from an opponent. Coach Iworski also recalls Nikki's tremendous kicking ability. She reports that she could kick the ball high in more than half the field. She remembers her as being a supportive teammate with a fun-loving attitude. For the winter and spring seasons, Nikki played basketball and softball for Coach Chris Perry. Coach Perry recalls Nikki as a good defensive basketball player who could shoot the three. In one game, she alone sunk 5. He calls her an exceptional team player and leader who practiced hard, played hard, and was a pleasure to coach, as evidenced by her receiving the Coach's Award both her junior and senior seasons. Despite Nikki's short stature, she calls basketball her favorite sport to play. Nikki's greatest athletic accomplishments occurred on the softball diamond. It is on the softball field that she took her game, in particular her craft of windmill pitching, to the next level in honor of her late father. The hard-throwing right-hander was an amazing 62-6 on the mound. Over a 4-year career, the Indians went 87-9 overall, winning a sectional title in 1995, an Eastern Mass title in 1996, and the ultimate, a state championship in the spring of 1997. Nikki finished her senior season with a record of 20-1, striking out 152 in 127 innings. Her earned run average was a microscopic 0.77. As powerful a pitcher as Nikki was, she was just as dangerous at the plate, especially with runners in scoring position. In her senior season, she led the Indians with 39 runs batted in and a .488 batting average. During Nikki's incredible softball career, she was a 3-time Lawrence Eagle Tribune All-Star and a 3-time Cape Ann League Player of the Year. She was also recognized as an All-Scholastic by the Boston Herald in 1996 and 1997, and was selected as a Boston Globe All-Scholastic Player of the Year in 1997. Hard work and talent, a tough combination to beat, according to Coach Chris Perry. Nikki fondly remembers the support of her teammates and the guidance of Coach Perry during both the highs and lows of her high school years. Nikki credits both him and her late dad, her hero, for their guidance and help in becoming the best player and person that she could be. Congratulations to inductee, athlete Nikki Savastano Gadsby, class of 1997.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nikki Savastano Gadsby.
Let me first start by saying congratulations to my fellow inductees who are all so deserving of this honor. I'd like to say thank you to the AHS Hall of Fame Committee for selecting me to be a part of something so special. You've given me the opportunity to take a look back at memories that have been packed away in a dusty attic for quite a while now. Receiving this honor also proves to my husband and son that I haven't just been telling tall tales all these years. I love you both and want to thank you for sharing this special night with me. I also want to publicly say thank you to my brother for all the early Sunday mornings Mom forced you to come catch for me. That couldn't have been easy for a guy in his early 20s. Thank you to my coaches, Karen Iworski for soccer, and of course Chris Perry, who I was fortunate enough to have for both basketball and softball. All of my former teammates, one who is also being honored here tonight, Melanie. Without the guidance of my coaches and camaraderie of my teammates, both on and off the field, I'm sure my time here wouldn't have been so successful. When I first started playing organized sports in town, I was just like most of the kids and played soccer, basketball, and baseball. Softball wasn't available until 5th grade, so I got my start on the t-ball field with mostly boys. I distinctly remember the first practice I went to on the Mets. I had my long hair hidden underneath my baseball cap. And I ran out onto the field to take some ground balls. All of the boys on the team stopped to watch me, and I heard from the group, "Wow, he's really good." You have no idea how proud I was to whip my hat off and show them that he was in fact a she. I loved playing baseball with the boys, and when 5th grade rolled around, the transition to softball was not as seamless as my parents thought it would be. I was not a fan initially, but then I was introduced to windmill pitching and started attending the summer pitching camp put on by Chris Perry. It was my first experience with Coach Perry, and I was hooked from day one. My goal from that point forward was to play for him in high school. When I found out he was also the girls' basketball coach, I was even more thrilled, because in all honesty, as you heard, basketball was my first love. Unfortunately, topping out at 5'3" on a good day didn't help my cause. Coming into high school, I wasn't sure what to expect trying out for teams with seasoned players, but I knew for sure I wasn't going to settle for anything less than playing varsity. I worked my tail off every day to make sure that happened. The level of play was initially intimidating, but within no time I felt right at home. What I didn't realize was that the intensity that I initially feared would be just what I needed to get me through one of the most difficult times in my life. My dad passed away unexpectedly during my sophomore year, and to say I was devastated would be an understatement. Sports became my outlet, and for a long time, the only thing that made me feel whole again. I'm so thankful for the support I received from my teammates and coaches, and for that, I'm forever grateful. I'm not sure that I would be standing up here if it weren't for some of the words of encouragement I received on the days that I needed it most. I can remember like it was yesterday, the soccer team getting together for one of our many spaghetti dinners the night before a big game, shooting free throws and running suicides at basketball practice until the point of exhaustion, never being satisfied with my last hit during batting practice and begging, come on, just one more, to ensure I got a few bonus swings. While I hold these memories close to my heart, nothing compares to the feeling I had the day we won the state softball championship, and getting to share it with the baseball team only made it better. In fact, I'm fairly certain that the baseball team's success earlier that afternoon sealed our fate, because there was no way we were leaving without the win. Now, 20+ years removed from playing here, I've come full circle. It's my turn to provide that support and guidance to some of the athletes here at AHS. I'm so thankful to have been given the opportunity to help coach a new generation of softball players, and I can only hope a few of them will be standing up here when their time comes. Lastly, I would be remiss if I failed to thank two of the most important people in my life, whom without, I know for sure I wouldn't be standing here, my mom and dad. Though they are not physically here with me, I know they're here in spirit. I hope I've made them proud. Thank you.